of the Pharaonic state of Virus Amendment, pro corpore regni, unified kingdom of ancient Kemet, Kush, independent of systems peculiar, and not subject to the supercorpus civitatis of any legislative admiralty, maritime or commercial venue of the United States, or any territory subject to its jurisdiction, in reason of quiet action to title, with all laws contrary to the laws of Ma'at, which are the laws of nature, considered as being without validity. Truth is the agreement of thought in reality, eventual verification and consistency of thought with itself. Truth is expressed in the form of an affidavit and declaration, and all matters must be expressed in order to be resolved. An unrebutted claim, charge, or affidavit stands as truth in commerce and becomes judgment. A lien claim can be satisfied only through rebuttal by counter-affidavit, point for point, resolution by jury, or by payment. I, His Eminence Imperial Grand Pharaoh, also hereby state that I am a secured party and a sovereign absolute in right, liberty, and power. Yet I remain humble. I am not a tyrant and do know just from unjust. I have stated in the commercial record that if there is any person, human being unjustly damaged by the statements made herein, if he or she would inform me of the facts, I will sincerely make every effort to amend my ways. I do hereby reserve the right to amend or make amends to any document filed in the commercial registry in order that the truth may be ascertained and that just proceedings may be sought. If any living soul has information that will controvert or overcome this declaration, since this is a commercial matter, I have requested that I be advised within 10 days of making public the records thereof, providing me with counter declaration and or affidavit, proving by stating all requisite actual evidentiary fact and all requisite of actual law, and not merely the ultimate facts of the conclusions of law, that this declaration is substantially and or materially false, sufficient to charge any parties in tripartite. And factual declarations being stated here as a matter of law, this declaration will stand as the final judgment in this matter, and for the sum certain that has been stated, and will be in full force and effect against all parties, due payable and enforceable by law, the criminal penalties for commercial fraud to be determined by myself, by law, the monetary value set by myself for violation of my rights and breach of law of contract, the Declaration of Independence, and constitutes in the amount of sum certain as stated in the aforementioned adhesion contract in the commercial registry. In regard to the Declaration of Independence, amended, the Pharaonic state of Virus is a sovereign political power under infracorpus civitatis status, not subject to any legislative admiralty, maritime, or commercial venue of the United States or any territory subject to its jurisdiction. Reason, quiet action to title. All provisions of diplomatic immunity apply and attaches to all persons claiming legal privy therewith, per filed declarations of nationality. And I do hereby declare that Amenta is the true and indigenous name of America before Christopher Columbus ever set foot on these shores, and that the inhabitants of Amenta, were and are descendants of Nichiru under a dual title of Olmecs, and that the true progenitors and are the true progenitors of the Native American Empire from 300 to 600 BC, and as such under the seat of power of the Grand Lodge Congress of the ancient Buyer State of Kemet, which was transferred from the Nile territories to the region of Amenta, now known as America, and is where all said collateral line descendants of the Nichiru to date exist under a transient legal identity of so-called Negro, Colored, Black, Moor, Afro-American, African-American, and the likes, and descendants of Africa by way of the constructive trust of Afrikaners, fraudulently created by operation of law. I also declare that I am a true carrier of Kemetic culture and that I am under the following treaties: ILO number 16972, official bulletin 59, and self-identified as indigenous and a sovereign political power of the aforementioned Grand Lodge Congress of the Buyer State, within the circumspect of North America, and that the seat of said political power is vested in me alone, including but not limited to anyone else claiming Nichiru as his or her true aboriginal and indigenous nationality, whom are prevented from the enjoyment and title of the U.S. listed trusts, to wit, all federal Indian reservations and all annexed territories thereto. I hereby declare as a collateral line descendant of Nichiru under the dual title of Olmec that I am the true line of progenitors of the Native American Empire and true title holder of all said trust territories, and that said holder is holder in due course of said titles, as well as title to the United States of America, as stated in the Declaration of Independence, under the name of my true aboriginal and indigenous nationality as Nichiru, translated under the term nature. All supporting affidavits are included in the commercial registry, and thus I do hereby reaffirm for the record that Amenta is the seat of power of the unified kingdom of Kemet Kush, between the second and third and fourth cataracts of the people known as Nichiru or Neshihu, with all people of collateral line descent being one and the same in all areas to which they fled during foreign domination. I do hereby declare that testimony to the transference of the powers of ancient Kemet to Amenta is duly recorded in the Per-Imheru Egyptian Book of the Dead, and that I am not claiming herein that I am one and the same of the people now residing in Egypt, who are under the term Egyptian, as these people are foreign conquerors and not indigenous to the region. To which end I respectfully submit these facts before the international community to be placed on the record before the world, and for the recognition as a high contracting power in the truest sense of the word. And we of the Pharaonic State of Buyers of Amenta invite the international community to open dialogue on any issue that has been stated herein by any representative of governments who may feel is to some extent unresolved. No part of this declaration shall be constructed or construed or interpreted as domestic or other forms of terrorism, but merely an assertion of the rights deemed herein. And I thank you and very respectfully submit the following declaration.